Good evening, I'm Vasilios Bellos. This is your Saturday edition news. A massive crowd raced down to the annual Fat Guys Auto Parts Car Show, which took place this afternoon outside the shop on Fort William Road. Here's Joel Mendelson with more.
This is the 13th consecutive year that Fat Guys Auto Parts hosted this car show in the city, featuring classic cars, rat rods, muscle cars, antiques, and even some race cars that may have had their best ever finish this past Wednesday.
Well, this one right here is a super stock. It's a race here in town, Thunder City Speedway. Actually, last week got a 4th place in the feature race. Just the amount of people and seeing all these old cars still running and driving, it's cool.
Each car that registers for the day pays entry, and all the proceeds from the show are donated to the George Jeffrey Children's Foundation. This year, over $34,000 was raised in pre-registration, which doesn't account for those who join the day of the event. There are also prizes for those who sign up for the show. Each of the 8 vehicle categories will have a $1,000 prize for the best vehicle, while a $10,000 prize will be given to the car deemed the best in the show overall. Along with the fun of looking at the old cars, visitors can entertain themselves with food vendors, a mechanical bull, and a couple new features.
Actually, no, it's my first time. I'm enjoying all the cars and stuff. It's really fun. I like it. Warning, don't go on the mechanical bull unless you are prepared.
Some additions have been made to the classic car show. This year, there's both a dunk tank and a hot dog eating contest, with all the proceeds going to charity.
We officially have... Oh yeah, we got 2 on Brandon, we got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brandon is the first ever winner of the Fat Guys Hot Dog Eating Contest.
If anyone out there believes they can eat more than 4 hot dogs in under 3 minutes, you're welcome to try at next year's car show. Joel Mendelson, TBT News.
A group of 42 motorcyclists and their support team passed through the Northwest this week. The Rolling Barrage made a pit stop at the Terry Fox Lookout on Wednesday evening. The group has been traveling across Canada every year since 2017. They're raising money, awareness, and support for veterans and first responders suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder and operational stress injuries. The founder of the initiative, Scott Casey, says a mental health injury can be repaired and worked through, just like a broken leg. And this ride does a lot of healing too.
There's ride therapy, so people that are actually participating in the ride, whether they be on a motorcycle or in one of the sport vehicles, they enjoy peer support from others who are living through the same traumas, or there's people that come out and support us on the side of the road, and they also gain wellness because they're supporting something that's, they believe is a worthwhile cause.
Do you mind if I ask you your personal story with PTSD?
In 1992, I was over in Bosnia. I came back. I was completely different than when I went over. And in 2008, I was finally diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. And I've worked through using various methods to gain wellness.
And how does the motorcycle help you?
Well, it's riding. It doesn't get much better than that for a lot of us. It's like somebody having a dog or somebody having a horse. This is our way of gaining wellness out of it.
The group left Newfoundland on July 28th and are planning to reach their destination, British Columbia, on August 17th. Out in the region now where Gamugaming has broken ground on a major infrastructure project in its First Nation. The road rehabilitation will see improvements and repairs being made to over 7 kilometers of roadways and drainage systems. The project includes grading and reshaping of roadways, ditching, and new culverts. The second phase of the project will see roadways resurfaced, paved, and topped. Chief Sherry Taylor says the project has been a long time coming and much needed for the community. Gamugaming has had serious issues with water not draining properly, threatening damage to homes and roadways, especially during the spring thaw.
That would lead to a lot of devastation on our people, especially those that were being flooded. A lot of money was, have to be used and spent to help with those homes and fixing them up after they've been flooded. So the drainage part of this, this roads project is going to help in that area with prevent from flooding.
The project is estimated to cost $4.4 million, with the cost being shared between Gamugaming and the Ontario Ministry of Rural Affairs. It is expected to be completed in 2025. Let's bring things back here to Thunder Bay. Autism Northwest has teamed up with the Cinema 5 Skate Park on a new summer skateboarding program. The Autism Skate Club aims to give youth the chance to gain skills and confidence through the sport. Lee Noonan has the story.
When Mark Kale saw his 6-year-old son Henry step onto a skateboard, he realized something special was going on and he wanted other autistic kids to have that same experience.
It empowers them to kind of step outside themselves. Like, Henry can ride a skateboard now. It's unbelievable. I never thought that'd be possible.
Kale is the executive director of Autism Northwest, a nonprofit founded just this February by the parents of youth on the autism spectrum. They approached Cinema 5 Skate Park with the idea to start a weekly autism club where kids aged 6 to 18 would have a safe space to learn skateboarding.
This place is, I can't say enough good things. As soon as you walk in, it's just fun. They jump on the couch, they grab a slice of pizza. It's almost like I said, a club environment, but it's got a home feel. It's very community-based, it's inclusive, and I haven't had a kid in here so far in programming that has felt uncomfortable out of place.
The program has a wait list. There are only 10 places in order to allow one-on-one teaching for every kid. All the instructors have received specialized training themselves on working with autistic youth.
Avoid no's, say, oh, that was good, next time let's do this, instead of being, you did that wrong. On the other end, one that really helped was how to get their attention the proper ways, instead of just going like, that's not the right way.
Kale says he's seen Henry grow not only in his boarding skills, but also with life skills like making eye contact. Park founder Vanessa Bowles says she hopes to make the program permanent.
The whole goal of it is to promote inclusion so that we are able to teach the skills and then have the youth be able to come in and actually utilize those skills in open skate times and join the community when it comes to skateboarding.
This program is running every Tuesday until August 20th, but they're currently looking for funding to continue the program in the fall. Lee Noonan, TBT News.
The second annual Captain Stephen Maxwell Memorial Golf Tournament was held this morning at St. Hurrow's Golf Course. The proceeds from the day are going to support the Northwestern Ontario Air Search and Rescue Association. Turnkey Communication runs the fundraiser in honor of Stephen Maxwell, a local pilot who passed away in a plane crash in 2023. Search and Rescue was responsible for locating his remains and returning them to his family. Last year's inaugural tournament raised $3,000, while this year's donation reached $10,000. Turnkey President Terry Joseph explains his company's connection to the cause.
One of our employees was the godfather of that particular person, and he brought it to us to ask us if we would be on board with supporting his initiative to raise money for the search and rescue, and we said absolutely. Our marketing coordinator reached out to all of our suppliers and all of our partners in Thunder Bay, and everybody donated money, and then we told Lyle that we would match every dollar raised, and he came back with $5,000 in donations, so we matched it to $10,000. So
what this will mean for us is that we can do a lot more training, and we can, replenish gas and equipment as needed a lot more quickly. We can maintain the hangar. And the hangar is where we base our searches out of. So that's a big expense for us, and this will help us quite a bit.
Turnkey officials say the organization will support Northwestern Ontario Air Search and Rescue going forward, with the ultimate goal of buying new equipment for the association. It's the penultimate day of the 2024 Summer Olympics, which has faced countless obstacles along the way. On the eve of the great competition wrapping up, CTV's Jean-Pierre Boschman looked at what went right and what went wrong in Paris.
The City of Lights made grandiose promises for these games, and it did deliver on its bid to turn historic monuments into majestic Olympic venues. Again today, that backdrop was on full display for the men's marathon. And 20,000 regular runners from 127 countries, including these Canadians, won a chance to race that same route after the athletes.
Bought my Canada shirt and got the nails done.
This for a unique Olympic first, a marathon pour tous, a marathon for all.
The route, marching to Versailles and back again, I mean, it's very, very monumental, and to be following in the paths of the Olympians.
Retooling old landmarks cut costs, say organizers, and was part of a bid for more sustainable games. A pool built for the swimming events will be dismantled, but the city won't be left struggling to pay and maintain several massive new stadiums. But not all of Paris's promises came to pass. It's a beautiful party that happens once in a century, says this Parisian, but it wasn't all good. The closing ceremony will unfold in the Stade de France, in a neighborhood Paris said it would revitalize. In that banlieue or suburb of Seine-Saint-Denis, a third of residents live in poverty. Some now say they were sidelined, forgotten, and forced to endure years of disruptions, including construction around the clock. Then came all the police patrols that you see everywhere, he says. There are not a lot of people who are sympathetic to our situation. And there was the Seine and its lingering pollution, center stage for drama through much of the games. Rumors swirled after a triathlete got sick. Tests showed she was infected with a virus, though not E. coli. And organizers say the massive efforts to decontaminate the river were not just for the games, but an investment in a future in the face of climate change. The population will be able to swim in the heart of the city, said Mayor Anne Hidalgo, as scientists warned temperatures could soar to 50 degrees Celsius here by 2050. The mayor says Paris spent a decade preparing for these games, but that the legacy will last far longer. Geneviève Beauchemin, CTV News, Paris.
We're now joined by sports anchor Nev Van Pelt. Nev, a very exciting day for the Canadians in the Olympics, but we're going to start off with some Border Cats baseball, which wraps up tonight.
We sure are. I can't believe it's already the end of the season.
It flew by.
It flew by. I feel like just yesterday we were there at the home opener, but
I remember that. Great times.
We'll have the highlights from last night's game after the break.